Hi guys, thank you very much for downloading the first of our practice mapping plans from the Alliance of Dental Excellence. We're here to help you to achieve the goals that you really want to in your practice. So now you've taken the first step. You've got your practice mapping plan. How do you use it properly? What's it all about? You could just blitz through it and write some stuff down, but to be perfectly honest with you, what good is that going to do? And why did you spend the time downloading the practice mapping plan if you're not going to do it properly? Now, I can assure you that every client we work with, we go in and we do a practice mapping plan with them. If we don't, we haven't got the goals that the principal, the practice manager, or whoever it is wants to achieve. Without these goals, and without completing this sheet properly, you are not going to get to where you want to go because you're not going to have a clear aim. So, you've downloaded the first mapping plan. Let's get to it, and this video is going to show you exactly what you need to do to complete it properly. Now, the first question is, what is important to your practice? In other words, what are your practice core values? Now, I really want you to think about that. We have lots of different answers come with this one, and lots of different principals or managers give me a different answer, and it does surprise me every time I hear it. But what you need to do is seriously sit down and consider this before you even attempt moving on. Now, I was working with a client, and their biggest goal and their core practice value, the most important thing to them, was the atmosphere. And for that practice, it was true. Now, lots of people say that they want a good working atmosphere, but it's not a priority for most practices. If it is, fantastic, but that's just an example. Think about what your core practice values are and write 3 of them down. Limit it to 3. So make sure you're very specific with what you want to put in there. The next question is, what is your practice's big goals for this year? Now, this is very, very much practice specific. So I want you to think about this and take some time on answering this question as well. Because if you get this wrong, this sets up the rest of the sheet, and the rest of the sheet is going to be out of sync and out of balance. So what is your practice's big goals for this year? Do you want to expand? Do you want to improve the income? Do you want to make sure that one of your big goals is achieving UDAs? Do you want to get a new team in? Do you want training? Do you want to improve? What do you want to do this year? Limit it to 3 things and write those down. Now, what you want to do with the next question is answer this. What are your practice's top 3 reasons for achieving these goals? And I want you to be a little bit cheeky with this. This is a practice mapping plan, but this question here, I want you to take it as it's a personal question to you. Okay, so if you're a manager doing this, or if you're a principal doing this, what are your practice's top 3 reasons for achieving these goals? Change the word practices to personal. What are your personal top 3 reasons for achieving these goals? Now, once we start talking to principals, you guys just want an easy life. You don't want too much complication. You don't want too many headaches. So, once you've got your big 3 top goals, what's your personal reasons for achieving them? Do you want a new car? Do you want to settle down in a nice house? What do you want? Be selfish with this. Nobody has to see it. This is your top 3 reasons for achieving these goals. Once you've got those top 3 questions sorted out, now we're changing a little bit of mindset. We're going to think about what's going to hold us back. So what will hold you back from accomplishing your goals this year? Now, your year is going to start from the day you've actually done this sheet. So you've got a whole year from today to make sure that the goals on this sheet are complete. But what's going to hold you back? So, if one of your big goals is you want to create a better practice atmosphere, one of the things that could potentially hold you back are the staff. Are they willing to go along with you, or are they unwilling, and are they going to make it hard by not cooperating with what you want them to do? Think about what is going to hold you back from accomplishing your goals this year. Now remember, these are your selfish goals. What's going to stop you getting your house? What's going to stop you getting your car? What's going to stop you taking that extra holiday? What is it that's going to stop your big goals? What's going to stop you from buying a new practice? What's going to stop you from building a new surgery and really, really concentrating on your business? What is it that's going to stop you? Once you've got the key things that are going to potentially stop you, you need to answer one question. Do the benefits of accomplishing your big three goals outweigh the things that hold you back? Now, I would suggest 99% of the case this is true, and the answer to this should be yes, but a convincing yes. If you're umming and ahhing that the benefits of accomplishing your goals doesn't outweigh the things that hold you back, then go no further with this sheet. So if it is staff that's going to hold you back from creating a fantastic atmosphere, yes, the benefits outweigh. Of course they outweigh. Sometimes they don't with certain things. Whatever you put on that sheet, you need to think about. Because if the benefits of accomplishing your big three goals outweigh the things that hold you back, then there should be no stopping you. So if you've answered yes, continue with the sheet. If you've answered no, stop there. This sheet isn't for you. So what can you do now to overcome what is holding you back? That's a huge question. What can you do now that will get you to overcome what is holding you back? And I use the same example. If it's staff that's going to hold you back, then you need to take action. You need to do something about it. You've got 5 slots here to write down what can you do now that's going to stop you from holding you back. Now, the last bit is to write a positive mission statement that will benefit you and your practice, that includes your core values. Now, when I say benefit you, remember we talk about your personal goals as well. So, write a positive mission statement that will benefit you and your practice, that includes your core values, what your goals for this year are, why your practice must achieve these goals, and to what extent are you prepared to go to in order to reach these goals. So once again, that example, if it's staff holding you back from creating a perfect atmosphere, what are you going to do? What are you prepared to do in order to reach that goal? Are you prepared to get rid of those staff? Are you prepared to up your marketing budget? Are you prepared to get external training? What are you going to do? What are you prepared to do that's going to help you reach your goals? But make sure your mission statement is very keyed around what is written in those very simple, easy to follow instructions. You're going to come out with about 2 paragraphs. Try to limit it to that, and then you can share that with your team. You don't need to share your personal goals with them. What you need to share with them is your mission statement, so every single person in your team knows where you're heading. And if they don't fall in line with where you want to head your practice, does the benefit of keeping that person outweigh you achieving your goals? I don't think so. Sign it, put it up, have your mission statement up so people can physically see that every single day, what you want to achieve. And if, for example, it's to be the best practice, everybody's going to see that every day, and everybody's going to be in line with what you want them to achieve. Anyway, I hope this has been a benefit to you. It really, really works, guys, if you stick by it and think about the questions. Don't just write down the first thing that comes to your head. Take a few days with this. It's only a couple of questions, but the more you think about it, the better it is for you, the better it is for your practice. Take care.